Towers of Doom, map number 1, everybody. Team Mascarade against Team Gia, the two teams that find themselves at the bottom of the standings in Banshee Cup season number 2 are facing off against each other. And particularly for Team Mascarade, the season so far has not really gone well. They have lost literally every single match they participated in. They were able to win a few maps, and sometimes it looked really close, as if they would be able to take the series, but it didn't work out for them. So we'll have to check it out. Right now, we are obviously reaching the end of the round robin. The tournament is split in 3 phases, the round robin phase, then we're heading into the group stage and then into the finals. If you're unfamiliar with the Banshee Cup, season number 2 is a little bit different in the sense that this time we're running a captain's draft, so we had players sign up individually for the tournament, not 5-man stacks as teams, but individual players. The players then voted on 8 captains, and those 8 captains continue to draft their teams out of that player pool. That's also why we have the team names here. Team Mascarade against Team Gia in this particular instance. We have $2,500 as prize money on the line, sponsored by Psychiv, by Kevin. He's the owner of the LAN center in Miami, where we held multiple offline events already in the past. Absolute legend. And thanks to him, we now have a 2nd season of the Banshee Cup. Now, the prize pool is split. We have 1,500 towards the top 3, so just normal tournament, and then we have in total $1,000 that actually go to the bounty pool. I'm not quite sure why that was so hard for a second. But yeah, so the bounty pool, we talked about bounties already. We're trying to incentivize players to just play stuff that is generally fun. It doesn't get played a lot and is fun. Now, this is not supposed to be meta madness. We're not trying to force them into this. This is all optional. They can decide to do it or not. But if they complete a bounty, if a team completes a bounty, they get a ticket for that bounty pool. They can, of course, accumulate more and more tickets over time. They cannot farm the same bounty time and time again, but each team can complete each of these bounties once if they want to. And then at the end of the season, what we're doing is we're basically looking at how many bounties each team got, how many bounties were completed in total, and then teams get a share of that bounty pool of $1,000 according to how many bounties they themselves have completed in relation to the entire pool. So there is an incentive, there is a risk-reward calculation going on where teams can really decide, hey, do we want to try something here? Can we maybe also dip into that bounty pool, get a little bit of that prize money? Maybe there's even teams, you know, that go just for bounties and just instead of trying to go too hard into anything else. Now, we're going to see how this works out. So far, we have already had a fair share of bounties completed. A lot of bounties were attempted, but I would say currently the completion rate in regards to the attempts is maybe like 30-20% of the bounties that were attempted were also successfully completed. There's a couple, of course, and you need to win. So there's a couple of the bounties as well where you have to keep in mind that you don't even have to complete the quest behind it. So when we're talking, for example, Convection Kelthas, if you play Convection Kelthas and you win the game, you complete the bounty. You don't have to complete Convection. So it's just to create some fun games, what we perceive to be fun. Now, some bounties are easier than other bounties. That is by design. They're also supposed to be kept simple. We don't want to overcomplicate things by, I don't know, just like giving them different weights and different amounts of tickets that you can get with it. This is supposed to be a simple system. It's already tough enough, honestly, to explain to players and to the audience time and time again what exactly is going on, what's happening with the bounties. If you make it too complicated, then yeah, it's not going to be fun. So that was the idea here. Diablo and Genji on the side of Team Mascarade. So we'll see if today it's finally the day where they can win a best of 3 series. Gia and his boys are of course going to try and do the same, with Towers of Doom being our first map. Doesn't come as a shock that we're seeing the Haka here on the side lane either, but should be a pretty entertaining match between the two. And yeah, Playday number 6 is gonna be wild. Stitches also banned. I mean, one of the reasons why Stitches was banned is that Mascarade has been playing that hero a few times now, not only on Tomb of Spider Queen, but also Towers of Doom. Sylvanas gets the axe as per usual agreement lately, so she's not going to be part of this one either. Anduin, the ban, self-explanatory. If you go for any kind of light bomb engage, it works well with Genji. It also kind of works with Diablo. So there's a lot. And you can also technically play it with Hogger and his Hoarder Pult if you go for that kind of big engage here. So there's just way too many heroes that could capitalize, some more easily than others, on a light bomb from Anduin. So really nice ban on Team Gia's end. Rhaegar and Garrosh now as our picks. So you could get a flip into a Tong from Dehaka. And then Hanzo can also dish out some extra damage with an additional stun, of course, too. Kind of curious what the last pick here is. I would honestly love if we get something like Zarya. We haven't seen a Zarya Garrosh comp in quite some time. But Gia is usually the one that leans more towards his Kerrigan, towards his Maiev. We've seen him with Medivh. So there's a lot of really cool plays that you can make with him. Malfurion and Jaina now on the side of Team Mascarade as we're heading into game number 1 of the best of 3 series here. And what's the final pick? What is Team Gia now going to get? Towers of Doom is our first map, so this is where we are kicking things off. No bounty attempts in this one, from the looks of it. But maybe. Maybe we're going to get one in game number 2 or game number 3 if it comes to that. Final pick. Called it already. Here's Kerrigan. Towers of Doom, everybody. Map number 1, Team Mascarade against Team Gia. Game on! Team Mascarade in blue on the left here on Towers of Doom. Our first map, we have the man himself with Genji, Mopsio on Diablo. It's still funny to me, by the way, that now with all these captains we have with Mascarade, with Banana H, and with some others, now captains that have actually decided that they don't want to play the role that they usually have to play in other teams, so they're starting to swap into others. Now we have Mascarade going for damage. Yasu's playing Hogger for the team. We got Commander Rex on Jaina, and Valar with Malfurion. To the right side of the map, Gia with Kerrigan. We have Sereni on Hanzo, Skog on Garrosh, Cascon on Rega, and Soaking is playing Dehaka in game number 1. So, already hiding a little bit over here. Not interested in a 5 versus 5 in the middle of the map in the sliders. So off we go with the party, and immediately a pause on the side of Team Gia. That was a quick one. I don't think that anybody actually dropped here, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. Maybe on the opponent's side, but no, it doesn't seem like we have any problems there either. Mopsio is still sitting tight. Maybe they're a bit worried because nobody's meeting them in the middle, and they're like, guys, what's going on here? Did they all drop? Are we the only ones in the game? Not quite sure what's going on with that, but yeah, fair enough. That's one of the fastest pauses that we had in quite some time. Actually, not quite sure why exactly they paused here, but it didn't last too long, so all good. Yeah, let's see who gets the first kill here. Also, we're having a look at Jaina, and we need to check out how quickly Commander Rex is going to be able to complete his baseline as he rides into battle with his golden cock over here. He's definitely a member of the Church of Khaldor. That was founded just recently in one of Mascarade's games as it happened. So yeah, Mascarade is one of the boys that led to the foundation of the Church of Khaldor, and apparently we have Commander Rex being an active member of it. He rides the golden cock into battle. So yeah, hey, all hail cock, we go hard. Top side, that's where we now have Yasu still in a one-on-one locked in against Dehaka. We're getting, of course, with Kerrigan and with Garrosh, a lot of aggression from the red team, as you would expect, and this leads to them trying to steal away the opponent's pumpkins. And they are super, super passive. I gotta say, this is a very different approach from what we've seen previously from them. Nice attempt by Diablo to push Garrosh onto the other side of the wall. But this is honestly not too shabby here. I kind of like this because Mascarade and his boys were heavily aggressive in a lot of the games, and at least at the start, and oftentimes fell behind very quickly. But right now, against such a stun-heavy composition as we are seeing from Team Gia, they're playing this very, very relaxed. All stay close towards their gates. They're not engaging any fights. They don't want to give any opportunities to the red team to get their stun comp destroyed. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. They want to get into the mid game and maybe to level 10 even first before they're going for real big battles. So let's see if they can actually pull that off. But Hogger, he nearly got caught there. But is able to get out. Diablo still trying to bully them a little bit. Mopsio coming towards the front here. Not a single kill yet. And that kill squad is still roaming the map. So they're still moving around in an attempt to get themselves first blood. We're also looking at Lurker Strain now with level 4. Pumpkins are still being escorted through. That's of course the good thing for Team Gia now. They might not be able to engage into any big team fights and get themselves some kills, but they are dominating the map, and that allowed them to take 2 of the mercenary camps at the bottom of the map. Hogger took the one at the top. And we have the triple altar now coming up which is also going to tell us in just a moment who's walking away with the initial lead here. I mean, from the looks of it, it honestly seems like it's going to be an easy one in favor of the red team. Blue team has already channeled through the top left, so there's that. But yep, the attack still coming, and first channel from the Haka. Could also move down to the bottom of the map if he really wanted to. But it seems like Commander Rex, just interrupted by Soaking as he comes in with the Haka. Here's Kerrigan looking for Malfurion, and he is gone. Malf is dead, bye-bye, no healer anymore for the team. Yasu with really nice attacks here. The problem is that he's stuck on the wrong side of that battle, so he is going to die. Could commit Honorable Sudoku over here and move into the death zone, but instead he gets taken out by Hanzo. It's, by the way, still amusing to me. The Honorable Sudoku meme has been there for quite a while now. I still get comments every now and then, specifically on YouTube, where somebody comes in. It's like, he meant, like, does he know that this is the wrong thing? This is the math puzzle. I was like, yeah, no shit. No kidding. Good job, Sherlock. We're all proud of you. Level 7 with 2 kills to 0 for Team Gia. And of course the build with the totem continues for Rhaegar. Is going to give them even more CC, specifically after level 16. But things are looking pretty decent for them right now. They've taken 2 out of the first 3 altars. I mean, again, they got the aggressive composition, they got the stuns, they really want to just like run through that early game and get as far ahead as they possibly can. Mascarade and his boys have already signaled that they want to play this a bit slower, that they are more so looking towards the mid and the late game. So we'll see how far this goes now for them. Soul Shield for Diablo on level 1, by the way, just as a side note. Jaina, she has the one problem that with the lack of big team fights and extended battles, she's having some trouble getting stacks or getting closer to the completion of her baseline quest, which would allow her an ice block, which is of course invaluable if you're going up against an opponent that has this many CC tools in their hands. So, yeah. But again, level 10 abilities are going to come up soon. TM, there's a single altar now at the bottom of the map that they could also make a play for. They're already getting pressured a bit, and some of the walls are being opened up, some of the bell towers are soon going to take damage. Masquerade is jumping in. Still got to be careful that he doesn't get locked down completely. Commander Rex just using his wave clear. Jaina, of course, real nice when it comes to wave clear if she rotates through her abilities. One of the reasons why we also see her occasionally on maps like Garden of Terror, because she adds multiple layers of value to the team. So already another push, this time against Garrosh. Kerrigan could try and go for a combo here. Is looking at Yasuo for now. Garrosh in trouble, and Masquerade comes in for the finishing blow and takes him out. The fight, oh, nice double combo. The fight for the altar still continuing. Mopsio with the bully play. Hogga is dead. The Haka gets murdered by Masquerade. Genji with 2 kills thus far. Big Arrow has level 10 hits, and that's the huge problem now on the side of the Masquerade. They don't have level 10 abilities. They lose Jaina, they lose Malfurion, both of them dying within seconds after heroic abilities were grasped. And that will guarantee the altar, and maybe even an additional kill for Team Gia. They're going for Masquerade, they want to go for Mopsio. The X strike out, just barely saving the day. But of course, already trouble brewing for the blue team. The Hanzo's arrow here connecting, guaranteed them 2 kills and the altar. So yeah, nicely done. We have, in addition to that, Malfurion still with no ult, so Tranquility, of course, the talent that we see the most, but we have seen our fair share of Twilight Dream too, so if they feel that in the team fights, it would benefit them to attempt to shut the opponent down with a nice Twilight Dream. It could, of course, also help them. It all depends a little bit on positioning and how worried Vala is about getting focused the entire time. He is a prime target, of course. Talking about targets, Hogga becomes a target again. Gets killed, and they are hoping for follow-up on Mopsio. Yeah, that's the talk now. Isolation hit, but they're not doing anything else about it. 6 kills to 2, rotation slowly down to the bottom of the map, hoping to catch either Commander Rex or Valar here, which doesn't happen for them thus far. It's very clear that Team Gia is calling the shots here. They are the team that is just continuously moving around, always making the big moves here and just saying like, okay guys, we are going to just come in and do as much work as we can. with kills in team fights. Big fight once again. Arrow missing, not hitting anything. Nice barbecue play by Diablo. And that leads to a kill on Carrigan and Garrosh. So finally the blue team able to fight back here a bit. Really liking that. Doing some honest work and starting to shut them down slowly. So yeah, job well done. GM pausing the game again. I'm not quite sure what exactly the problems are that they keep having here. But this is the second time now, so I can only assume that it has something to do with maybe their voice controls. But they lost 2 heroes in the last fight. It's 6 kills to 4 in their favor still, but experience is now starting to get a little bit more even between the two teams. And if you're just looking at the overall damage, we have Hanzo with 34,000. We're having on top of that 21,000 for Mascarade. It is starting to get a little bit closer though. Hogger has also been heavily hit. I mean, Yasuo died 3 times already. Nobody died as many times as he did so far. The attack at the bottom of the map is now also going to lead to potentially 1 or 2 altars taken by Team Mascarade, which would help them to catch up in core points. It's just in the time frame where they might be able to leverage the numbers advantage, since Carrigan and Garrosh are now slowly coming back. But they're still going to need a moment. So yeah, that's the next one. Okay, shots are being fired. First one is already channeled through. They're trying to go for the next one here. And can they take it? Maybe not. Fight still being forced on them. Sereni is able to get out. The root on the ground. And Carrigan comes in for the big hit. Nice. Carrigan moving in, making her play. Diablo is down. And now they're starting to chase the rest of the team. Always, of course, hoping to follow up with additional kills and really take advantage of the situation in the game. Maybe snowballs a little bit farther forward. We also still have not seen the altar claim. There's the combo, and Hogger dies once more. Yasuo died 4 times now, half the deaths on his team on his end. And nice for Commander Rex, he completes the baseline with Jaina, so now he has Ice Block available. It's going to help him quite a lot. Channel comes through, and that's 24 points on the core now against 32. Towers of Doom, always a huge comeback map, of course. So that's something to definitely consider and pay a bit of attention to. In the late game, it can always flip. But right now, with level 13 talents on both sides, it is pretty clear that there is an advantage for the red team. And they're trying to use that again by moving in on the opponent's pumpkin camp. Now Jaina has already unleashed some of her damage. Diablo gets caught. Mopsio, they want to go for him. They want the camp too. Isolation is used. Mopsio is about to go down, and they cannot take the camp, but big arrow. Huge arrow. Can they follow up with an additional kill? It's a 5 versus 4 right now. Great shockwave from Hogger though, and that leads to Rhaegar being eliminated. Rhaegar is gone. Jaina still a bit low. Carry again with the Chrysalis as they're trying to turn it. Cooldown's coming back, and Dehaka gets killed. Damn, blue team really turning that around for a moment. Hogger gets killed after all, but that was still pretty solid what they did here. They took the camp and they got 2 kills for 2, so it's an even trading kills, and they maintained the camp control. Pretty sweet moves by Team Mascarade. And I have to say it again, I talked about it during the draft. These two teams find themselves at the bottom of the standing right now. We're in Playday 6 and Team Mascarade hasn't won a single series yet, which is of course pretty big. So they need to do whatever they can in order to make this work. And it won't be easy. So can they finally win the best of 3 series? Or are they going to go into the final Playday with not a single match win? Right now, again, the battle for the next camp. These pumpkins are in high demand today. They really, really want them, don't they? So yeah, attacks still ongoing here. As the teams are making one move after another, all in the hopes of now getting ready for the next altar phase. This is obviously going to be one with just barely an exchange. I mean, again, there's only 2, so it's just always the same exchange module between the two teams. Each takes 1 altar, 4 shots fired. Red team a little bit closer to level 16, so they're going to get the additional advantage with the talent. It's a small window that they have, but if they can use it to maybe attack a pumpkin camp, that would be nice. And so far, blue team has done a bit better on those mercenary camps, at least lately. They've taken both at the bottom of the map now. Bushes are still being checked, everybody currently paying attention here. And nice rotation again towards the top where they are aiming for the Dehaka. Soaking, looking for Drax, Go coming in. Also trying to get a flip here. Malfurion can't do anything about it. Follow up from Carrigan, but the X-Strike is still there in time. Valar has taken tons of damage too. Now they're turning their attention to Carrigan. Good root, Ancestral, and again Hogger falls. 16 talents used initially. That was that window that I was talking about earlier. Diablo is able to chase them away, but Hogger still died. And that is a bit of a problem. I mean, honestly, Hogger died 6 times now. 6 times. Hanzo is not having a good game on the side lane. He's really having some trouble here. Mascarade is the only player on the team that hasn't fallen yet. The only one. Everybody else has died at least once. So yeah, big problems. With the camp now taken, we're heading into the next triple altar phase. So this is where you can really make some big moves. Kind of noteworthy too to point out that we haven't seen a single bell tower taken over yet. Not one. Nice block. Nice. Commander Rex still in trouble. Turns it though. And here's the kill against Kerrigan. Yeah, Gia in some trouble in that instance. So he gets destroyed. X-Strike and into a taunt. Nice. Really cool moves by Garrosh. But Mascarade is still able to get the kill with his teammates. Even the arrow of Hanzo could not prevent that from happening. So, job well done. 8 kills to 11. Channels are being exchanged, but the blue team is going to get that additional one at the bottom of the map and is doing that as we speak. And now, maybe now, finally, we're going to see a bell tower conversion happen. So they're already working on it, coming straight in at the bot lane for the bell tower. Dihaka and Hogger still rotating between the middle and the top lane in an attempt to get the experience for the team. But there's lots of damage done down here at the bottom. Mascarade is going to finish this off. 5 bell towers against 3. So the blue team really being able to change the momentum in the game, which is what they've been working on for quite some time now. So yeah, good job by them. Time for a comeback here. And we are 2 levels away from level 20. So 2 more levels and then 20 is ready. They're trying to escort the pumpkins over as well. They're still behind, obviously, by a couple of points when we're talking about the core. 16 to 20 is what we're looking at right now. The attack still coming through here. As the defense is trying to not only take the pumpkins down, but also to recover the bell tower control. To make it more of an even battle. But we have added XP also for the blue team now. And in regards to damage, 42,000 for Genji, 78,000 for Hanzo. Yeah, he loves to poke, and that is adding up over time. Those arrows were also on point, giving him an additional boost. Next hero on the list for the red team is Kerrigan, though. He's second with 29,000. And then on top of that, we have 42,000 for Genji, as mentioned, and 40,000 for Jaina. So Commander Rex really getting a lot of work done here as well. And, oh, boss play. Okay, they want the 4 shots, and they're gonna get them. But they're giving up an altar for it. So, kind of interesting. Altar's given up, so it's essentially 4 shots against 4 shots. At least they were able to pull something off. Sorry, 4 against 5 shots. 12 to 15 now. Still an advantage for the red team. But let's see how much farther they can go with this. I mean, at this point, we're having them just trying to retake the bell tower again. But Team Mascarade is doing what they've been doing the entire time. They're trying to focus on the pumpkins at the bottom of the map. They're aiming to escort them through towards the core now. They also have the early level 20, so one of the reasons why we see the red team now play this a bit slower is because they need the XP. The Haka is trying to get all the control that they can possibly need in the middle of the map and at the top, and the rest of the team is just defending the bot lane as best as they can. Storm Talons already in play for the blue team, and Team Gia is going to pick them up any moment now as well. Malfurion with the Lunar Shower, and we of course have the Farseer's Blessing. We also get Bullseye here. So yeah, it's party time. We are looking at level 20 talents for both teams, and this is really the moment where it's going to be even battles from here on out. No more big momentum swings, no more scaling. There's no talents that will stack endlessly into the late game. So this is it. This is the power level for the 2 teams. Already claiming at least 1 pumpkin cam. Just in time. Sereni jumps out, and oi, oi, oi. Hanzo is not getting out, and Garrosh isn't either. Double kill for the blue team. Team Mascarade is really turning it up to 100 now. 10 kills to 11. They follow Hanzo, take him on at the same time. Garrosh gets killed, so a few more shots are fired as the pumpkins are connecting, and that puts the core count to 12 to 12. And of course the numbers advantage is there. They're trying to extend it further, but nice kill against Hogger. And what? They're killing Diablo as well, guys. This is a 5, or this was a 5 versus 3, and they got 2 kills. Damn. Diablo is back since he had the souls, but now they're trying to go for Malfurion and has to drop his ult too. Wow. Did not expect that from Gia's team. Diablo's of course back, he had his souls, but that was quite the feat here. Really well done by them. And now the next attack is already coming, but Gia with some monstrous plays, really putting it in the backpack and trying to carry his team to victory here. The 5 shots are still getting fired against the red team and dropped the core down to 7 points. So they are in the single digits now. But this is exactly the kind of play that might allow them eventually to reclaim momentum and reclaim some control. 13 kills, 210. Really nice trap. I think at the moment when the blue team just had the numbers advantage, they didn't expect such an aggressive play to be executed, and that made them maybe a bit too... yeah, maybe not careful enough. They were a little bit too carefree how they roamed on the map and walked right into the trap. Attack is still coming, but Mascarade, they're not letting go of this. They really don't want to let go of this. They're defending, and there's not a whole lot of long-range poke that we see from Team Gia that would allow them to poke the bell tower down. They only got Hanzo here. It's not like they're running Chromie or Sergeant Hammer or anything along those lines. There's no mage like Gul'dan that helps them to just get a ability rotation through. So this is a bit of a problem for them. Next attack, big fight is coming in. Diablo, but Malfurion dies first. Hanzo gets eliminated a second later. Kerrigan jumping out, still alive. But the pumpkins make it through, and that's bad news. Now the core is down to 4 points. Even with the exchanging kills, this now means that one single altar channel will end the game in favor of the Mascarade. So down at the bottom of the map, they gotta face the music. And this is a huge problem, because guess what? That bell tower is still standing. Now, first news is, even if the bell tower gets claimed, a single altar channel for the blue team is still enough. But with that altar under the control of the Mascarade, it's really difficult for Team Gia to even go there. They have to move in from the top. They can't just simply walk in. There's also pumpkins taken that they need to pay some attention to. It's a tough situation for the red team. Ancestral just in time. Nice. But the second hit doesn't connect. Rhaegar down, Kerrigan down. And this looks like the end. This looks like it's gonna be game. Team Mascarade likely with a lead in this best of 3 series as they're coming in once more. The Haka is down. 5-man team wipe as everybody gets annihilated. And this is it. Hanzo shoots out another arrow. That's connecting a bit too late. We have a winner in game number 1. It is Team Mascarade that takes the lead with 1-0. GG and well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Map number 2, Battlefield of Eternity. Mascarade is in the lead. Now, so far, this has already happened a few times, and every single time it did, they got defeated. So let's hope that this is not a bad omen. I mean, this is the best shot that they have to finally win a series, I suppose. Team Gia had some strong moments in game number 1. But right now, they are still behind. We're heading into Battlefield, which is basically guaranteeing us quite a lot of team fights. And I'm curious what Team Mascarade is now going to try and do here. I've talked a lot about Commander Rex and his Vala, but we've seen basically only his auto-attack style Vala. So heading into Battlefield of Eternity now, there's a few heroes that are already gone that you would normally try and use here. We could maybe get him with an arrow build for Vala. Greymane is still up, Li Ming still a fantastic pick of course on Battlefield, so there's still some nice choices. But Hanzo, one of the top picks when we're talking about this, is still not here. Chromie could also be played to poke more from a distance, so that's another option that they have. But I'm a little bit curious. We could also, I guess, see a bounty attempt, but I kind of doubt it. We are looking at 2 teams that find themselves very much so at the bottom end of the standings. So if they want to have any chance of moving a little bit higher, then this would be a moment to really just, you know, go deep and make sure that they're actually winning something. Anduin gets banned again, so no light bomb, no pull-out plays here from him. And our final ban in the first phase. Hesitant here. Okay, they banned Chromie. So another one banned that can poke from a distance. You could also play with Sergeant Hammer. Sergeant Hammer is also being played occasionally on Battlefield of Eternity, oftentimes also getting banned out. Maiev still up, just as a side note. If there is going to be aggressive plays again, Team Gia might be the one to go for it. But first they're locking in Li Ming, still one of the best heroes for this map. The reason is actually quite simple. So some people might not quite understand this, but the reason is that you're just YOLOing out combo after combo against the Immortal, and you're not doing extra damage against it. But if you're just targeting the Immortal, your opponent has only two choices. Either they let the damage go through, and that allows you to slowly over time take the Immortal down, or they have to send somebody in the path of the combo and take the damage, which puts stress on their healer and eventually might lead you to some kills. So Li Ming can just from a safe distance do that over and over and over and over again. So that's why she is one of the best picks that you can get early on in this game. Now Nubarak against her, that's also pretty nice for Li Ming, because Cocoon, when used against somebody else, you go for this integrate instead of Vapor Force, and then you win the cooldown battle and you just burn the Cocoon down in most cases. We get Vala, as expected, for Commander Rex. Now you can play auto attack here, we've seen it, but if your objective is to go for the Immortal and not just for the team fight, then it's really all about you going arrow. So in addition, we're now looking at Li Ming, Stukov, and Variant. That is pretty much the most cookie-cutter sniper comp that you can possibly go for. Variant engage with Taunt into a Lurking Arm play from Stukov, and then just teeing things up for Li Ming to get the damage out. This is just perfect. Soaking, known for his Samuro plays, so Samuro gets banned. He could still play Chen here. I wouldn't be shocked though if now all of a sudden Team Mascarade would pick Chen. Because Samuro is known for both. He's known to play a lot of Chen here, and he's also known to play Samuro, so if they wanted Chen for themselves, then this would be the ban to go for. Or they're just saying like, yeah, whatever happens, we're fine going up against Chen, we can deal with the Panda. I guess we're gonna find out in a moment. And they ban out Urel. Chen maybe even a little bit more likely. You see how confident they are to pick him. Plenty of side laners still available. Blaze has also been banned though, so yeah, there's another one. And, well, off we go. Come on, show me what you got. Are we gonna get some Panda over here, or are we gonna allow for Team Gia to grab it? The one problem with Chen is, though, he doesn't have another stun. Talking about stuns, Uther, he definitely runs one, and we get Rexa at the top lane. Okay, Yasuo with Rexa for the team. So a Nubarak stun, into Uther stun, into Rexa with Misha going for a combo here. And on the right side, final two picks. They need a side laner, and a little bit more damage wouldn't hurt either. Could go triple front line if they want to rely on Li Ming only from a distance. But yeah. Maiev and Sonya. We're getting our triple front line. Oh yeah. Most likely gonna swap some of the heroes around too, but that is a lot of oomph that they have, and they can technically also use Taunt to tee up Leap for Sonya with this. That leaves us with the final pick for Masquerade's team. So blue team here on map number 2, match point for Team Masquerade. They could lock in a 2-0 victory now if they are successful on the second map. They already have taken the lead on 2 Towers of Doom. And Masquerade, final choice as we're heading into Battlefield is Sylvanas. Let's go. Masquerade against Gia, the second map, it's Battlefield of Eternity. On the left, Masquerade with Sylvanas, Mopsio on Nubarak, we got Yasuo on Rexa. Commander Rex can pull off his arrow plays this time instead of auto attack. And we got Vala on Uther. Over on the right side of the map, we are currently having Skok on Varian, we get Serenia on Maiev, Gia on Li Ming, Soaking on Sonya, and Cascon, we have him on Stukov. So the comp is clear. They're trying to snipe heroes. It's gonna be Taunt, Varian, into Lurking Arm, into Li Ming damage, into tethers for Maiev. Maiev can also tether targets into Stukov's Lurking Arm. So a lot of potential. For me personally, I'm a bit curious how well Vala can play it out here, because we've been talking a lot about the auto attacks that we've seen from Commander Rex, but maybe here with an arrow also going to be successful. Welcoming Serenity to the bot lane with an arrow to the face immediately. Still has to be very careful now, because there is a lot of action happening as we have the Lurking Arm coming in immediately. Skog in a bit of trouble. Not really a hero, basically just an oversized minion until level 4. And wow, Misha going down at the top immediately. Absolutely unbearable situation here. I mean, it is essentially a 2 versus 3, so bear with me here for just a moment. With a numbers advantage for the blue team, they should make a pretty nice play here. Do you, by the way, know what Misha's level 16 talent would be called? Or should be called if she had it? Implausible presence. Alright. I'll stop. I promise, I'll stop. Anyways, first tower is already down, so some Sylvanas value has been had here. And down to the bottom of the map, we're now looking at Commander Rex. Disengaging there for just a second. Careful. I mean, again, they should really go for him. There's already getting cleave. There's the stun, though, as Sereni becomes the target, but Commander Rex is able to get away. Nicely done. Another quick hit is coming against Mopsio, but all of them are able to escape. Commander Rex moves past the gate, and there's nobody that can really move in for it here. So, Sereni, again, attack. Let's be a little bit cautious on this one. Mopsio, careful. And still not a single kill. But 5 stacks already for Vala. Not bad. 6 stacks. Yeah, really working it. Early stacking is going well for her. Now, up at the top, the 1 versus 2 with Nisha and Rexa is so far a thing. Tech comes in. This is exactly what I said earlier. Combo after combo. Misha actually has to soak it here. That's just bear abuse, if anything. So, yeah, that hurts. But, you know, sometimes Nisha is a strong and independent bear, so it's great for her. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be back, no matter what. We get the Shaman camps for the 2 teams. Taunt is obviously in now for Skok, so no surprises here. Also, with the repeating arrow for Vala, more of a chance to real quickly start to get the stacks together for them. We're still waiting for the level 4 choice of Rexa. And in this case, he's going for the Grizzled Fortitude. But I still want to see what Vala can do in regards to stacks. And of course, who wins the first objective? Vala has not really unleashed all of her power yet because she doesn't have level 7 with Monster Hunter. But can use Skok as an easy pinpush now for more stacks. And with another stun, that's going to be the end of him. Varian is down. Varian gets murdered. He's gone. Another quick jump by Nuburak. And Sereni is barely getting out of this. But they are in a numbers disadvantage, so it's a 4 versus 5 against them. And Vala has, together with Sylvanas, decided to just go for the objective. The 2 of them are burning it down quickly. Red team engages once again, but the halftime show victory is already done. So, off we go. Soaking in a bit of trouble. Vala coming in again, and Sylvanas with the final hit against Sonya. Just as Varian re-engages. The taunt against Sylvanas is more than enough, though. And yep, that's the kill versus a kill. Now it comes down to a race. And I think it should be the red team who wins this. And indeed they do. So, good for them. Red team is able to claim it. First objective goes to them. Vala still needs half a level until she has Monster Hunter. That would really help them with defense, of course, too. That's where most of her damage really comes from against the Immortal. Something that they're going to try and work towards. But on top of that, we already have her with 10 stacks. Not insane, but decent for the first damage rotation. And now it's just a question of how well they can defend here. First arrows are already out, and level 7 still missing, finally kicking in. Monster Hunter is now going to be a thing. And on top of that, they're also having the barbed shot for Sylvanas. The wall is already gone, and their fort is going to take quite a bit of damage. There's a minion wave pushing in, a pretty big one too, so double wave essentially. They might lose the entire fort here. Vala coming in with another multi-shot. From the top we get Rexa with one stun after another. They go for Varian, and they take him down. Nicely done. There's of course a lot of stuns for the blue team too. Nisha stun, Uther stun, then you have Nuburak as well. So they are doing pretty okay with this. Defending not only the fort, but also picking up a kill in the process. Not bad. And stacks for Vala, who's now using it easily for those Khazras. So yeah, taking the Khazras down to drop them fairly easily here. And then the push towards the wall where Nuburak just spawns a couple of beetles and gets ready for the next play of us. Trying to take a tower down with the help of Sylvanas. They can of course easily facilitate that. 3 kills to 1 all in all. Getting a bit closer also, the level 10 abilities now trying to take control and get the lead for the second objective. Yeah, rotating probably towards the top eventually to try and apply pressure onto Sonya. Vala nearly connecting another one here too. So yep, she got close. Uther dropping the hammer. Trying to, at least. But yeah, definitely slowing down just slightly. Everybody is still poking. With Mascarade coming in, they should be able to burn the minions down quickly. Commander Rex is always looking to see if he can connect another arrow, but the problem also is he needs to stay away from too many of the heroes here. Nicely done by Sireni, just dodging with the Vault of the Wardens on the arrow. So trying to keep Vala low in stacks as much as they can, as the next mortal is announced. Now Vala can really start hurting it. Together with Sylvanas, of course, even more so. But yeah, they go again for Varian. Varian has been their prime target so far. Every single battle they seem to be going for him, and as soon as Skog moves out, they are targeting him and forcing him either back or even netting themselves a kill, which has happened already 2 times. So yeah, Vala with 20,000 damage is the top damage dealer now. The race is on, and Vala can chip in a lot more here all of a sudden. So yeah, Monster Hunter is definitely noticeable, but the red team has still won the halftime show. Go for Nuburak for just a second, but Varian becomes the target once again. That's something we're already used to, and he dies again. Cocoon gets lasered down by Gia as he went for Disintegrate as already expected. We have level 10 abilities on both teams, of course. That gives us the disc for Maiev, Cocoon for Nuburak. We have also Divine Shield for Uther, so there's the panic button if you need it. But this time the red team is going to lose the objective. Team Mascarade is getting their first Immortal of the game. They have 4 kills to 1. And again, don't forget, if they win this one, they take the series. So Team Gia is fighting tooth and nail right now to make their way back into this, and for a very good reason. Gia's team has not had a great run in this tournament so far either. So another huge problem for them. Both of the teams have fared pretty poorly, and they're trying to better their standings in the leaderboard just a little bit before we're heading into the group stage. Top side now getting attacked. He has the chance to also leverage Sylvanas a bit more to take down that fort. Sonya at the bottom of the map slap against Rexa, but the attack here is coming, and Vala is by now sitting on 20 stacks. Disc missing, nice. So yeah, Vala dodged it, gets taunted, here comes the tether, but again, Uther paying attention. Job well done. Vala picking up a few more stacks, they take the fort down, and that's the first major structure that got eliminated. As the boars get unleashed, they're turning on Varian again, and I'm starting to feel sorry for Skog. He is just getting crushed. Now the problem is with him abandoning the bot lane, Soaking was able to take the fort out, so... was that really worth it? I mean, they got a kill, but it was a trade in fort, so yeah, maybe. Now, to be fair, the topside fort was essentially on full HP, whereas the bottom fort has already suffered a lot of damage previously. So, there's that. But... yeah. We'll see how they're going to run this from here on out. There is a leading experience now for the red team, for the blue team. So they're a bit ahead on this. In addition, we're now also looking at more and more stacks for Vala. That's obviously one of the biggest things for them as the game continues. If they can keep her stacking process up, should be doing well. Disc misses, but we have also a nice attack against Sylvanas, who turns it around with a Wailing Arrow. Again, arrow after arrow coming also from Vala, and it's Maiev that dies first. Skog dies again, but not before he takes out Sylvanas. And we still see Sonya split at the top, going for the next fort. So while this is an essential... It is an endless 4v5 that is being fought here by Team Gia, so that they can have Sonya at the top doing her thing. She might have... I mean, I honestly am a little bit surprised. Soaking apparently just said, okay, I'm going to sacrifice my life here. There's no way that he's... Wow. You're kidding, right? Okay, so much for that. Just walks away from it. I thought they had at least one damage dealer with them, but it was literally just Rexa and Uther, and the two of them just don't have the numbers on the damage taken out. Yep, just walks away. One more hero and they would have gotten the kill. Anyways, 13 versus 13. Vala by now also with blue. Gets taunted again, but the combo is not hitting. The boars get unleashed, and can they focus on anyone with that? So, I mean, I don't know what really happened here, but they, again, take the halftime show. Red team is suffering at the hands of Vala with her Monster Hunter. And again, it is Skog. Skog, Cocoon is in. Skog is trying to get out and is able to escape. He died 5 times already, but at least this time he survives. We have now also Shaman camps pushing the top and the bottom, so both of the forts are going to get attacked here. Team Mascarade might lose one. Vala is now at 36,000 damage, still top damage in the game. YOLO's out another arrow, gets quite some nice damage in, but this topside fort is now gone. Topside fort destroyed, bottom of the map is very likely going to suffer the same fate, or at least going to drop insanely low. And the Immortal, unless there's a miracle, will go over to Team Mascarade. They get it easily. And they're still being chased here. The taunt attempt, bad. Oh, Rexa, Yasu. They're going for the heal, and there's no Divine Shield left. Good Wailing Arrow by Mascarade. But oh, and he dodges everything. Mascarade is alive. They were able to survive through all of that. Damn. I thought at least Sylvanas would fall. But at the bottom of the map, they now have to deal with the Immortal. The fort is obviously already gone. The Shaman camp has taken care of it. Doesn't seem like this Immortal is going to do too much damage. They can still try to flank in now and see if they can get a kill. Maybe at least break through the gate here. So yeah, Misha jumps in, YOLO's hard, but doesn't get a stun. Sylvanas still on her way, so can't really help out with this push. But at least the arrows are connecting, and Vala is now sitting at 30. Vala with 30 arrows, Commander X, low! Where are the heals? Uther just absolutely refusing to help. Vala, gotta call that out. I mean, benefit of the doubt here, probably on cooldown, but damn, now they're losing 3 in the process. That's Anupurak, Vala, and Uther all gone, and they accomplished nothing. They pretty much accomplished nothing at the bottom of the map. So, whew. 7 kills to 5, still in favor of Team Mascarade, but that bot lane push, what did that Immortal do? Guter Eindruck. Nothing else. The wall got destroyed. And yeah, talking about destroyed walls, guess what? There's another team that is about to lose their wall, and they're losing a lot more than that. They're losing hit points on the keep, not the entire structure, but this is still gonna hurt them. Disc is hitting Vala this time straight up. Anupurak could still cocoon and does. They're trying to stop living here. Vala has a chance. Rain of Vengeance. And we say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Easy kill. Liming is down. Now they can start to move over and see if they can get another one. Are they having another chance here? They go for Sereni and
we say bye-bye.
Nicely done. 2 kills. 2 heroes eliminated on the chase. So it seems like both teams are making the exact same play. They're overstaying their welcome. They lose a couple of heroes. The opponent crosses the map and does structural damage. We've seen it on the left side. Now we're seeing it on the other side. Both teams do this exact same thing. I guess Team Mascarade is going to be a little bit more successful here because they are running Sylvanas. So they can take that keep down pretty easily. Not moving towards the core or anything just yet, but still pretty sweet. So on top of that, we have 33,000 for Liming now, 47,000 for Vala. Maiev is still gone for a bit more, and Vala is already utilizing her arrows against the Immortal. So yeah, this is an interesting back and forth. I mean, literally. So yeah, at this point in time, the Immortal, the halftime show, easy peasy, going over to the blue team. This is the beauty of running Vala with proper stacks. She's at 47,000 against heroes, but with 34 arrows connected throughout the game, she of course does monstrous damage now with a level 7 talent against the Immortal, and they are capitalizing on this big time. Again, with that, the attack is coming for Sonya, and Soaking is down. He was soaking all the damage, a little bit more than he could handle. Divine Shield on Anupurak, Mopsio still diving back out, but there's absolutely no chance for... Oh my god, they're losing Lamar! Maiev is gone, they sacrifice Anupurak for it, but Skog gets chased, and that is the end of him. So we have now 4 heroes against 2 up on the map. Arrows, they keep coming. Commander Rex with 38 stacks now is just murdering the Immortal. There's a big, big push at the bottom of the map that also has to be taken care of. So, yeah, there it is. They gotta deal with this. The Immortal is gonna move towards the top, and it is going to mark the end of the top side keep. Core shields are getting scratched, but they will break through this very, very quickly now. No chance of holding this. 11 seconds for Maiev, 15 for Varian. Yeah, that keep is just gone. The Immortal isn't even here yet. They might lose the game. They might absolutely lose the game at this point. Especially, of course, if there's another kill that comes in. Varian's going to be there in a moment. But yep, the attacks are coming. Ranged mode on the Immortal for now, as long as he still has his shield. Already 50% of the keep HP are gone, and here come the boars as they're attempting to chase them away. Catapults at the bottom, Anubarak on his way. Down goes the keep. And now the question, are they gonna go a little bit deeper looking for a kill? And they're not. They didn't have Anubarak for a long time, so no real opportunity for them to make the big play. They're also a bit ahead in experience, so the early level 20 could help them. 47,000 damage for Li Ming. Vala has by now moved over to 54k. And interestingly enough, Rexa's damage is actually pretty good. Rexa's at 31,000 damage. That is more than Maiev. Way more than Sonya. And it's a party bush. It's a trap. So, is anybody baiting? Did we have the... what was it? We had the other day, we had an amazing bait. I think it was either on Garden of Terror on this map. Wasn't Vala dancing around in front of a bush and literally luring them in and they fully fell for it? It was absolutely glorious. I loved every second of it. Definition of a master baiter. But right now we have 20, so close. They're still trying to trap them a bit, I guess. But it's not working. The blue team is just sitting there saying like, no. We're going to go for some camps. We're going to go for some experience. We wait for level 20. And that's that. So, yeah, here we go. Acrobat for Vala. This is going to be a lot of fun for Commander Rex. And they're immediately starting to be aggressive. Instantly. They got level 20 and immediately with Storm Talons they're like, alright, let's go. Immortal is coming in 20 seconds. By the time the Immortal is there, I think we are also going to have Storm Talons for Team Gia. Or they're going to be insanely close. But they're still trying to dive in. Where's the cocoon? Yep, there it is. On Li Ming. Disc is out as well. They want the fight, but 20 is ready for both teams now. Vala gets taunted, and here comes the Acrobat. And Vala is just rattling around, getting her arrows out, connecting one after another. Uther is dead, but he has redemption. Varian has died too. So they're playing a 5 versus 4. Uther is going to be back in a moment. Uther is not back in a moment. What? He died twice. Uther actually died, and what happened there, huh? I thought he had redemption. I didn't even see him come back. Did he mistime it? Or what happened here? That is kind of strange. Didn't use the Divine Shield. I thought he hasn't picked his level 20 talent yet, and apparently he mistimed it, or did he really die twice? Damn, I did not catch that, sorry. So yeah, Uther down, that would have been great for Team Mascarade. It would have been a 5 versus 4. But now instead, we have Sonya getting attacked here. Attack is coming with more arrows from Vala. Ah, the single target damage against Soaking. It's just way too much for them to handle. Vala is having a field day here. Sonya down, Stukov down. And that's 63,000 damage now. Li Ming is trying to catch up with a few resets. She's hoping for 63k for her too. But of course, the objective is already taken. The Immortal, well, the halftime show. The Immortal is down to 50%. 15 kills to 8. Seems like Team Mascarade is finally winning a series. Seems like they are finally winning a series here. They had such a... I mean, they had a shitty season. Let's just be honest about it. The round robin phase for them was absolutely atrocious. Now, to be fair, group stage is more important. Yes, you have a leg up if you place well in the standings. But if they do well here, and then, you know, maybe find their rhythm late in the round robin, but then propel it forward towards the group stage, they could make some plays. The problem for the red team is also they outplayed themselves a little bit. They're now coming in from behind, but the core is already losing shield points. And Vala, together with Sylvanas, is just murdering Maiev. She goes down within seconds, and that's game. That's just game. Li Ming is still alive, but it's not like she can't do anything. The core is already taking damage from the catapults, and the Immortal isn't even here yet. The Immortal is going to finish this one easy peasy. They're chasing Li Ming. They're going for Sonya. Big shove from Khaldor, but the game is over. It's a 2-0 victory for Team Mascarade. It is the first win in a match this round robin phase for the blue team. Nicely done. And Team Gia gets eliminated as they're losing the second map in the best of 3. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.